Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist, here with today's Schumann Resonance Report for Thursday, July the 17th. I'm just letting you guys know this is going to be a long one, and it's really making me nervous to make it because I'm going to be telling you some stuff that... Let me just go ahead and get started. Please remember, this is all stuff that I received in my meditation. I'm not looking for your judgment, and you don't have to accept what I have to say, but what I'm about to tell you, I received through a dream last night, and I am 100% sure about it. 100%. When have you ever heard me say that? I'm saying it right now. Okay, so yesterday we dropped into this very bizarre pattern on the graph at about 1:30 p.m. Central Time. We stayed in that pattern until about 4 a.m. Central Time today, and now have dropped into an almost complete whiteout of energy. Now, people have asked me, maybe the graph is down, maybe it's not reporting, and that's a fair thing to ask. But you can't be offline and reporting data at the same time. We had a couple little things come through. Do you see here? Couple little pushes come through. But even the background noise, this green line, these green lines are the background noise. This is the noise we as a culture, as society produce. It's microwaves, Wi-Fi, it's all the stuff. This is always there. It's gone. It's like the world collectively held her breath. I'm telling you, I was saying this to somebody the other day. Not the other day, last night. Okay, now yesterday was also quite an active day weather-wise across the world. We had another volcanic eruption in Iceland. We had a large earthquake off the coast of Alaska that ended up in a tsunami warning being issued. And we had tons of flash flooding all across the Midwest and Plains states. Even in New York, they had flooding. There was also mass amounts of tornadoes in Wisconsin. There was a lot happening weather-wise. Plus, there was a lot of, that's just the U.S., but there was stuff going on all over the world yesterday. All right, so this is where I'm asking you to trust me because I'm going to tell you what I experienced in my dream last night, what came through, okay? So the man with the white beard was back. Anyone who watches me know I talk about him. I am not lucid in my dreams. I cannot control the conversation. I'm just a passenger. And I remember this dream so vividly. It's like I was literally just there. I was sitting with him in a room observing the earth. It was in space. And there was this pulse around the earth like this, like a heartbeat. That pulse paused. It didn't just stop, it slowly paused, and then there was this ripple that went around the earth, okay? And as I looked at him, he said, "Now begins the real change." Now, I've heard this before, so in the dream, I think I even said, I've heard this before. And he said a word that I don't remember, and then it was the name for this ripple, and he said it unlocked a key, both in Mother Earth herself, physically, geologically, and in us, physically, okay? This key was turned. And he told me many people are not going to feel well. They're going to feel strange. They're going to have headaches. They're going to have blurry vision. They're going to feel strange. Your DNA is shifting. It is upgrading. There is enough light that has been ingrained in most of the awakened population that those of us who are awake and doing the work together are going to start to really see these upgrades in our DNA. So then I asked him, what does that mean in the dream? I said, well, what does that mean? And he said, the veil is becoming thinner and you are adjusting to be able to utilize a thin veil for communication to receive information. Non-human intelligence, other dimensional beings, whatever you want to call them is literally what he said. They are so close now. And there's this feeling of coming together as a universal community. You're no longer just a country, you're becoming global, which will turn into universal. Believe me, I know how this sounds, and it feels incredibly weird to even tell you this stuff, and I'm considering redoing this. But I promise to always be honest with you guys, and I can only tell you what I'm receiving. So this is it. He told me that the Earth going through these geological changes in the next few weeks, literally, he said the next few weeks, it is mirroring the internal changes that we are going through. We are doing this together. And I think I asked something about the unawakened collective, and he did this to me, and then he said, no one is ever left behind without a choice being made. Every person has a choice on what they want to focus on and where they're going to put their attention and how they're going to work with law of attraction. Every person is given that choice. Every person. And if they are on an unawakened timeline, it is by their choice. And he said, and you don't know the reasons for that choice. Perhaps they are part of the contrast that is driving this change. Some other stuff happened that I don't really remember. And then at the end of the dream, he handed me, like, it looked like a round black stone, and he said, this will help you to integrate this, right? It will help to calm you down. I'm assuming it was obsidian. I don't know a lot about crystals. I know everybody's going to tell me, but some sort of black stone. He said, this will help to ground in this energy. This will help to keep you calm. But he did tell me that we are going to have physical changes, like physical symptoms as we move through this. What these DNA upgrades actually look like, I have no idea. And I don't want to make it up just to say something, but my feeling is it has to do with our communications. Look for your clairs to strengthen. Look for you're sitting with a friend and all of a sudden you look up and say the same thing at the same time. Look for these little things to be improving and getting stronger. This is what the message I'm getting from this. So, okay, that was really hard to actually tell you. So thanks for listening. Just to let you know, here's the Italian graph. Again, very quiet, just a little bit of the grumbles that we almost always have going across the graph. But our ionosphere is almost completely depleted. So this, again, is going to heighten the feelings that you are feeling. This is a side effect of the hole in the sun. I'm getting all tongue-tied. This is the result of the coronal hole increasing the solar wind speeds. It's going to be one of those days, friends, pushing the ionosphere away. So just know that everything is heightened right now. All right, here's our cards for today. So my guides are saying now is the time to start examining your life and reassessing things. Are you living an authentic life to the best of your ability? Are you following your inspired pursuits to the best of your ability? Because right now, the dreams and desires that you are looking for, that we are looking for as a collective, are in our hands. My guides are telling me this is coming forward in physical form. I told you guys that DNA upgrades, they're telling me here, it's coming forward in physical form. This is leading us to that feeling of joyous occasion, community, celebration, a better beginning, the golden age, whatever you want to say it, as well as family abundance. But in order to line up with this vibrationally, you have to reassess what you are focused on. You have to allow yourself, again, to the best of your ability, to live your authenticity, follow your inspirations, because it's leading us there, friends. We're getting closer to that feeling of reaching something. I know I personally can feel it. It's going to be some sort of physical thing. It'll be in our physical worlds. So I want to be really clear, because in this dream, I did not get the impression that he was trying to show me that, he wasn't showing me anything political, so don't make it that, okay? This is about personal stuff. This is about the awakened collective and moving into a greater connection with source in a thinner veil. That's what this is about. Don't politicize this. Contrast that is coming out of what's going on politically in the entire world right now is part of what's driving us forward, yes, but don't make this post-political. And even though it's cloudy out, it's still going to be a beautiful day. So are you ready to set your intentions? Because I am. All right, take a nice big deep breath in and release. Drop your shoulders, and please remind yourself that today's a great day. No matter what the weather looks like, no matter what's going on outside of you, today is an opportunity to tune into that bigger piece of yourself, to start listening to the messages that are coming to you from beyond that veil. All right, now listen, I know I gave you a lot of information, and I know some of it sounds really weird, but I promise to always tell you what I receive, and that was it. It's a great day, guys. It's a great day.